Hello world, welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul. At the end of the last video I told you I was thinking of going to a steak restaurant for dinner. Well, the steak restaurant's down here, and on the way there I saw this man cooking what looked like really delicious satay. So I changed my mind, had satay for dinner, but I should have had steak because I spent all day yesterday on the toilet. I'm not feeling the best today, but I'm feeling it a lot better. A lot better. So I'm going to get some miles up today. Yeah guys, yesterday that was worse than when I got sick in India. It was quicker because like India was 2 or 3 days. Yeah, yesterday was a mess. I slept about 10 hours last night, so I should be nice and refreshed. I can't eat breakfast. They've got breakfast included here, but I'm just going to have a coffee. Maybe take another coffee up to my room and pack. And guys, this is the doorman. These are one of the people that helped me so much. Yeah. If I had to be sick, this was the place to be sick. Terima kasih, my friend. And we're all ready to go. The plan for this video is to get to the boarding school, the Islamic boarding school that was started by Abu Bakar Bashir. This school was said to be the centre, well, I believe, the centre of terrorism in Southeast Asia, but we'll talk about that more when we get there. It's about 6.5 Google Maps hours away, so I'm guessing we'll get there tomorrow. But let's hit the road, get some of those 6.5 hours done. That was the Royal Hotel in Tegal. If I had to be sick, what a place to be sick, guys. Just everyone was looking out for me. They rang me up every couple of hours. They were bringing me bottles of cold water. They gave me pills. The girl went home to her house and got some diarrhea medicine out of her own cupboard, and she wouldn't take any money for it. I gave them a big tip this morning though. And yeah, I couldn't have been looked after better. Even the cleaning staff were, "Are you alright, sir? How are you feeling, sir?" So yeah guys, the Royal Hotel, and it was only like $12 a night. Tiny little room, but what else do you need? I had a bed, a TV, a nice shower. Anyway, I actually said to Janet yesterday that for once I was glad she wasn't here, because I'd hate for her to have been this sick. Anyway guys, as you can see, this is pretty sketchy traffic. Fuck me. So I'm going to turn the camera off and concentrate on what I'm doing. I don't know if you noticed at that last shot when I pulled up at those traffic lights. A bunch of kids sitting there. Now there's been kids just like that. One of the kids there had tattoos all over his face. But there's been, at the few traffic lights along here, there's been a group of kids like that, and I've been thinking, oh fuck, they're going to rob me. But I just realised then they're drug dealers. I saw a couple of them ran across the road to someone, so yeah, they're not sure what the drug of choice is here nowadays. It would have been heroin back in the day, but I think now shabu or amphetamines. I've seen like 4 or 5 groups of those kids now, and they're not a gang, they're all independent, because at one place some really scruffy looking bloke, drug addict, was walking the other side of the road, and 2 of them ran like racing to get to him first. So these kids, even though they're hanging out together, they're in competition. Wow guys, beautiful. And we're doing such a good time today. I'm just looking for a service station for my second fuel up of the day. I can't believe it. We've done about 3.5 hours. So my plan was to do about 5.5 today and get to Abu Bakar.
Where do you come from?
Australia.
Australia?
Yeah. I'm going to Australia now. Timor-Leste and Australia. Yeah. Whoops, sorry, interrupted there, yeah. So I was hoping to get to the school tomorrow morning,
But if we keep making time like we have now, I might even go there today, but we shall see. As much as I'm enjoying this, and I really am, guys, I wouldn't change this trip for anything, but I do miss catching buses, because all that, it's an excitement in itself when no one speaks your language, what bus you have to catch, working out what bus to catch and everything. I do miss that excitement, but this, guys, this is unbelievable. It's the first time we've ridden in the hills. The highway's been bypassing it, staying near the coast, but it looks a bit wet up there. Hopefully it's just cloud and not actual rain. Well, guys, it's starting to get a bit wet, so I'm taking off helmet cam. Be no more helmet cam for the rest of the day.
And this is where I'm staying, guys. That storm, I got soaked to the skin, like really, really wet. And so I booked in here, and as usual, the second I booked in here, the rain stopped. I'm 45 minutes short of today's goal, and if I'd done that 45 minutes, my pants and my jacket would have dried out a bit in the wind. But instead, I'm going to have to, I'll be riding in wet clothes tomorrow. But this is all right. Look where I am. Absolutely gorgeous. And, it's a nice comfy room. It was about 20 US, or exactly 20 US. Morning. Yesterday when I showed you this, it was all cloudy. You couldn't see much. Guys, look what I just woke up to. Woohoo! So, I'm going down to have some breakfast, then we're going to head to the Mukmin Islamiya boarding school. Hopefully get out of there alive. Look at this, I'm ready to go. Today's a really late start, guys, it's nearly 9 o'clock. But there's a Telkomsel store up the road. Now my Indosat data isn't working, so I'm guessing I must have, oh, excuse me. I'm guessing I must have been here for 28 days, which is possible. So I'm going to go and change to Telkomsel. There's nothing wrong with Indosat except for their app. I've got no way of checking my data, I've got no way of checking anything, so I'm going to change to Telkomsel. And that's maybe 800 metres up the road, so I'm going to head there now. Well, it turns out the reason I can't use Indosat app is because it's not Indosat, it's 3 Mobile. Driving me a little bit crazy, guys, but we're working it out here. Hopefully soon I'll have data.
I can't believe the phone shop in Medan didn't tell me what network they put me on. Everything I'm wearing is wet. I smell like a swamp. Not a dirty swamp, but just that wet, damp sort of smell. Now it's getting a bit real, guys. We're about 30 minutes from the school. I've just fueled up. Bald and Bankrupt does this sort of stuff all the time, but I haven't got the balls the size of his. I'm a bit nervous, and it's 2 days from a presidential elections, guys. We're 20 minutes away from the alleged home of Jemaah Islamiya, the alleged centre of terrorism in Southeast Asia. And we've got all these beautiful buildings, we've got Mitsubishi car yards and fast food. It really doesn't look any different to the rest of the world. And while I was on the main road, guys, I felt safe-ish. Now Google Maps has taken me down these little side streets. We're almost there. I'm probably just going to do a drive-by, maybe stop out the front, but I don't want to lose my camera. I don't want someone to come out and take my hand cam. So we'll see. But to paraphrase Nadia, I'm not loving the vibe. Anyway, we shall see, guys. We're nearly there. Ooh-wee. So let's see. Apparently the school's just up here, right in front of us. Oh-wee, guys. Now, I'm getting some funny looks from people. That's okay, guys. I came here for a reason. Now, we're here. Oh, this is it right here, guys. Al Mukmin Islamic Boarding School, and somehow I've ended up inside the school. Whoa, guys. Oh, I didn't mean that. Anyway, this is it. And Jemaah Islamiya. This is where it all happens, guys, allegedly. But okay, so I'm getting in trouble here. Okay. Some very, very official, angry people came and told me, "What are you doing here? Turn your camera off." It was not scary at all. I just said, I put in Google Translate, "I'm just here to visit your beautiful school." And I said it's a very famous school all over the world, and the way I spoke made them, they're telling me, "Thank you, sir, thank you," but whoa, they didn't like me being there, that's for sure. Now, Jemaah Islamiya, they're involved allegedly in the Bali bombing, the Marriott bombings. Abu Bakar Bashir, he started the school in 1972, and he went into exile in Malaysia for 17 years or something. And because he didn't have the same views as the president at the time. Now he also spent time in prison for he was acquitted of being involved in the Bali bombings, but he did do prison time for being involved with the Aceh terrorist, allegedly the Aceh terrorist cells, the training camps. And there's people from that school, allegedly again, that were high up leaders in the, if you remember when I was in Sandakan, guys, I talked about the Abu Shaif in Mindanao, when I was in Sandakan waiting for the ship to Mindanao. Some of the at least one of the high ranking leaders of Abu Shaif was from this school. I think the Bali bomb maker possibly, but it's yeah, guys. So that when that man ran out, made me turn the bike off. If he'd taken my keys, my heart would have stopped. That was a bit exciting, guys. But I actually rode through and got film of the Al Mukmin school. Oh, I did it, guys. I did it, and I'm still alive, but they weren't happy. They definitely weren't happy. So I'm going to get up here when the adrenaline stops flowing and I stop talking. I'm going to get up here a bit, put the Bali ferry into Google Maps, and I'm going to make like a shepherd and get the flock out of here. Yeah, so, and I don't know if JI is still active, but I do know that in 2021, when Abu Bashir Bakar was released from prison, he was welcomed there like a hero. So, yeah. It's a boarding school for boys 13 to 18, I believe. And one guy that I forgot to mention, the go-between Bin Laden and JI, he was from that school, and it's rumoured that he became quite good friends with Bin Laden. So a lot's come out of that school, but let's hope, guys, that all this rubbish is over. It's lost its appeal. The Western media has got a lot to blame because they glorified these guys, whether they meant, even though they were saying, "Oh, these bad people," they were glorifying them. You know, there's the Port Arthur massacre in Australia that changed all our gun laws. That guy, I'm not going to say his name, But I didn't remember his name. Then a year later they said, oh, this is the anniversary and blah blah blah's doing this, and then a year later this is the anniversary and blah blah blah's doing this. Now I'll never forget his name. It's burnt into my brain because the media, so the media gave him what he wanted, and yeah, sensationalism. I'd seen photos of the front gate and I thought I could sit across the road in a tea shop, in a restaurant or something, and have a cup of tea, cold drink or something. Oh, when I suddenly realised I was riding into the school. Now that was exciting, guys. Exciting, exciting, exciting. It's over now, so now I've got a big grin on my face, but when that man ran out of the office, it started making the movement on his throat. He meant for me to turn the camera off, but and he knew about cameras, because by the time he'd seen the camera, the screen would have turned off. But he knew just from that red flashing light that I was filming. And look at this, guys. My God, sorry about that. I was just trying to shut the visor while I beautiful. I'd like to go to that one and have a look, but I've just been thrown out of one place. I think if I get thrown out of any more places, things might not be so friendly. After all that stress this morning, I get this beautiful ride this afternoon. It really is beautiful, guys. I'm sitting on 70, 75, just twisting through the jungle. Yeehaw! Oh, what a day that was, really. But I've got plenty of footage to make a video. In fact, this one's going to be a bit longer than usual. Sorry about that, guys, but I was just so pumped. What a day. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that Mad Dog Adventures logo up there or the subscribe button down below. May as well hit that bell icon while you're down there. I always try and respond to your comments, so leave a comment, give me a big thumbs up, share this video everywhere you can. We'll see you in the next one.